Welcome back. Well, if you think politics makes people angry, it's got nothing on the fury unleashed by Finey and I when it comes to football. You want incandescent rage? Why can't I speak today? You want incandescent rage over a seemingly trivial issue? We're your guys. So harness that hatred because it's time for the Footyology Rant Off. All right, I can't even speak today, so I'm just going to count you straight in.
How can you get rage wrong? It's in the name of your favourite group of all time.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. 3, 2, 1, rant.
There's no question about it. Etihad Stadium is definitely one of the most difficult places in Melbourne to find. Remember the olden days when you enter the footy and there'd be an announcement, a ground announcement, that there was a lost child? Now there needs to be announcements about there being a lost ground. A couple of weeks ago, I went to Etihad, southern section of the ground. I arrived there. Where's it gone? Where's the ground? There was a block of flats, some apartments. It certainly wasn't like the olden days. For me, going to the football is built up by, in the distance, the shimmering lights, seeing the haze of smoke climbing above an oval, surrounded by grandstands with beautiful goalposts. You get to Etihad now, and it really looks like an apartment building. In fact, you've got to catch a lift to get in. I did so with a couple called the Weintraubs and asked them what floor Etihad was on. They told me not the third, that's where their son-in-law and daughter lived. Nice couple. Took me 5 attempts to get to Etihad Stadium, which eventually is hidden somewhere, I think, on the mezzanine. Football grounds, I like them the way they used to be, not the way they're becoming.
That's true. There's something intrinsically wrong with having to get a lift at a football venue, I think. Okay, count me in.
3, 2, 1.
Federal politics has got a lot to answer for, Finey. Here we are in the middle of an AFL season and Malcolm bloody Turnbull goes and calls an election. And not just on any weekend, but on a night when Carlton are playing Collingwood, for Christ's sake. Let's be honest, that was about the flattest game between the Blues and Pies we've ever seen. And if that wasn't bad enough, we had to cop Brian Taylor using more tortured analogies about swings and preferences than I've ever pulled in any of these scripts, except this one. Come on, BT, if you're going to go all comedy, well, intentional comedy, at least you could have done the analogy about members after an exciting passage of play. Actually, hang on, that's unfair. There wasn't an exciting passage of play. I thought the Pies and Blues looked distracted all night. That's because they were. Too busy checking their smartphones for updates on the Senate and waiting to see another deposed MP get thrown in that industrial crusher thing that Channel 9 were using. Playing AFL football is a complex task for young blokes. It's taken the Pies all year just learning how to hit a target in black and white. What should they be expected to do if the ALP and Liberal Party can't hit their targets either? But things really went downhill once the big scoreboard started posting the latest figures from Goldstein, Petrie and Higgins. Of course it was going to be confusing. You had two teams who suddenly thought they were playing against North Melbourne.
That was a great finish.
Yeah,
it's good. Goldstein, Petrie and Higgins.
Oh no, it's amazing.
That is very good. Easy to vote this week. You've actually already voted. I was the Sex Party, and Rowan was any vote that you casted for the voluntary euthanasia party.
Very good. Get stuffed. That's it for this week. Thanks for joining us again. We're on every Tuesday, 12 p.m. on YouTube, 7:30 p.m. on Channel 31, and every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. on Foxtel's Aurora. Remember, folks, like Toto put it in everyone's favourite 80s sing-along, Africa, the wild dogs cry out in the night as they grow restless, longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right, as sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus in a show called Footyology. I just had to get that line in about Kilimanjaro and Olympus. See you next week.
Stepping out!